Okay, there's this kind of sentiment going around that music just doesn't hit the same. It just doesn't hit like it used to. I don't know what it is, but I've been thinking about that. Well, I mean, I agree. I should say I agree with that. Something about newer music just doesn't hit the same. And I've been thinking about that for the past, I don't know, week and a half onto why I feel that way. And I'll tell you right now, it's not nostalgia necessarily. Maybe a little bit, but I don't think that's the biggest aspect of it. And I'll explain why. So I'm in my mid 20s, I just turned 24. And for me, whenever I discover new music, it's not really new, hence the air quotes. It's just older music that I'm listening to for the first time. Like just recently, I was like a couple days ago. I mean, I was listening to World Class Wrecking Crew, which is the group that Dr. Dre was in before NWA, and it is very different. It is very different than anything he did with NWA. I kind of liked it though. Anyways, what I was saying before about me being in my mid 20s. So, from what I know, my family members, like my older family members, parents, aunts, uncles, they were in their mid 20s in the 90s. And to this day, they are still listening to 90s music a lot. I don't think it was necessarily the foundation of their musical taste because that would have been earlier when they were a lot younger. But to be in your 20s, like, I feel like if you're a music enjoyer, being in your 20s, like, you're still discovering new music that recently came out and having that be part of your, I guess, overall musical taste. And I mean, I'm still discovering new music. Like I said, I guess I'm that age where I'm discovering new music still. But again, the new music that I'm discovering is older, not new music. Like REM, that came out in the 90s. My uncle really likes REM still. So that's what I'm talking about, and that's why I don't think it's nostalgia. What I do think it is, or probably most of it, is that, well, I just don't believe modern music. I don't believe the music that they're playing. I don't believe the words that they're saying. I don't believe the voice that is being used, I guess. Whereas, and I'll use World Class Wrecking Crew as an example again, there's something about it. I believe it. I believe the words that they're saying. I believe that they're putting in 110% effort. I don't know if it falls flat or not, but like, I believe it. And even more so, oh my god, I believe NWA. I believe the words that they're saying. But then you find a modern song. When I say modern, I'm going to say uh, after any song after like 2019. I just I just don't believe it. I don't believe in what they're saying. I tend to frequent the heavy metal, so I'll say this. Like Slipknot, I believe that. I Prevail, like no, shut up, man. Shut I'm sorry. And I mean like I Prevail's not terrible either. Like it's just something about the recording, I think. The recording quality, the recording techniques that they're using where it's just like I don't feel the weight that I think they're trying to portray. And for that matter, like Slipknot's newer albums, I can say the same thing actually. For some reason, I feel like the quality of lyric writing has gone down, but that's like a very complex issue. I think the thing I can like also point my finger at and be like, okay, that's what's going on. Now you're gonna think I'm crazy for this, but I don't think the sound is dangerous enough. And that doesn't mean like using more distortion on your guitar or like screaming louder into the microphone or just like making recordings louder in general. That's not what I mean. I'm saying that from like a evolutionary standpoint, and uh, don't get lost just yet. But what I've kind of like thought of as like the danger frequency in my head is anywhere from like 2.5 kilohertz to 5 kilohertz, and any sane human being like doesn't know what that is. But I'll say it like this: it's kind of like the rustling of the leaves. It's the rustling in the bushes. It's evolutionary because that's what you need to pick up on if there's a predator in the bushes that's waiting to pounce or like waiting to attack, right? Or even just like other humans like waiting to attack you or whatever. I think to me at least it creates like anxiety a little bit. It creates a little bit of just like goosebumps on your arm, like something's gonna happen. In recordings and music, you might be describe that as like harsh or hiss, like some kind of hiss. I think hiss is a bit higher frequency range, but harsh is a good way of describing what I'm saying. A lot of modern music it just feels like they carved out that little piece of the frequency range, and it doesn't have that kind of danger to it. It doesn't. It just kind of rolls. It kind of rolls in one ear out the other type of thing. And I mean, I get like recording standards and music standards, they change over time, but it's like at what cost, right? If I'm finding more enjoyment and more meaning out of older music that had that harsh frequency, maybe it's a good thing to have that in there. Like a lot of I mean, I'm talking like 90s, right? So a lot of like gangster rap, I feel, from the 90s has a pretty heightened like harshness to it, especially in like the hi-hats. That tss, 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 tss. It has that, and I think that adds just a little layer of danger that you just don't get without it. Would all of 90s gangster rap like not would that not have happened if they smoothed out the that like 3 kilohertz? No, I think it still would have happened, but I don't think it would have the lasting impact that it does if it was carved out and smoothed out. And again, with heavy metal, I like 80s heavy metal because, I mean, there were other things going on with their productions, but some of them are pretty rough. Some of them have a lot of harshness to it just by nature of using distorted electric guitars. But it just feels right. It wouldn't be the same if they carved that out, which with a lot of modern heavy metal, they carved that spot in the frequency range right out. It makes for like a dull sound, even though the music is trying to portray something completely otherwise. Now, talking about why that change, that little carve out section, has been implemented in kind of like a mainstream kind of way, why that's happened, I don't know. It could be a number of things. It could be because of short form content, hearing something right away that's immediately harsh, people are going to be turned off from that. Okay, that's a swipe. That's probably like an element of why. But I mean, it's like, I don't know, bring it back. I mean, otherwise I'm just gonna keep listening to old music and discovering new old music. I'm saying that like it's a call to action, but I mean, I don't know. Am I crazy for this one? Does anyone agree? Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But with that, I'm out. Peace.